Hola, bienvenidos. What's good? Hello, friends. As you guys can see by the title, I'm so excited. Today is a get ready with me Q&A style. I love answering your questions, you guys, and I haven't done a Q&A in a hot minute. At least one that I have been recorded. I think the last time I asked, I didn't get many questions. So today I did get a little bit. I got some on Instagram. I got some on my community post. So we're gonna do our makeup. And we are going to answer questions. I always like to let you guys know what palette I'm using because I know that that's the most exciting part of all of this sometimes for some of you guys. I've been very intentional of using my higher end makeup. I have a problem not touching my higher end makeup only for like special occasions or if I'm leaving the house, and I need to stop that because if I'm going to be purchasing higher end makeup, I need to use it a little bit more. So today I'm using the Divine Rose from Potty, Miss Potty. I haven't used it yet. I'm trying to go through all of my Pat McGrath palettes, which I have quite a bit. I've gotten a bit as gifts over the years, so I need to use them more and need to love them more. So I'll get to that later on in the year, in the beginning of the year, explaining all that stuff. But today we're going to be using this palette, just so you guys know. So if there's any questions or I forget to go through everything, you know. And as always with all of my get ready with me's, everything will be down in the description box in order of how I applied it, so that way there are no questions or concerns about what I'm using, because I will lose my train of thought if I'm constantly stopping to show you guys what I am putting on thy face. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it is freezing today. It is barely getting up in the 30s, which is like cold for our area. It's cold in this room. As you guys know, my makeup room is above the garage, so that means I'm freezing in here. So I have my space heater on. I have no choice, you guys. I will not be able to function if I do not have my space heater in here or some sort of heat. So it'll turn off as the temperature sets itself up, and I close my doors back here, so that way it'll stay controlled in here. So that way you won't hear it the whole time. If you can hear it, I don't know. You know, I see a lot of comments from subscribers saying, you don't have to bring it up, I don't hear it at all. But if you have ear plugs in, like headphones, you will hear it, because it happens to me. So I'm just giving you a fair warning, it's a humming in the back. I don't know if my mic can pick it up or not. I did my best to change the settings on it so you won't hear it, but it is what it is. Okay, guys. So, as you guys know, we're doing Q&A today. Q&A. So I'm going to put on my primer. Every time I like rub my face, it always turns red. No, I'm not putting it up there. Not putting the glow up on my forehead. All right, so we're going to start with the Instagram questions first. So I'm going to answer them. So first question I got is, what do you have? Or what are your favorite holiday traditions? So what are my favorite holiday traditions? So I'm assuming Christmas and New Year's. I always have gotten my kids matching PJs to have for Christmas morning, and we always look forward to picking them out this year. It's getting a little bit harder because from my first child to my second child, there's a gap. It's not like it's more than 3 years of a gap, so it's a little bit harder. So I have to find like kids and then kind of like adult PJs all matching. But it's getting a little bit better because it seems to become a tradition. We've done it since our oldest was a baby. So, and we have always continued to do it. Another tradition that we have is every year since we've had kids, we always pick a night. We've always done this. Pick a night. I make homemade hot cocoa for the kids. I'll make a homemade treat. And then we will bring it with us in the car and drive around to either places that we know will have a Christmas light show, like a home, or just look around at homes that have lights and just drive around. And we'll do that for like the whole entire evening. We'll have our treats, listen to Christmas music in the car. The kids really enjoy that. And it's like bonding time. We used to do that with Mr. Leo. Leo would come along with us. Everywhere we went, Leo always went with us until he could no longer go with us. So he also was part of that tradition, and he would come along as well. He would get his little treats that Mama would make for him. But that's another tradition that we love. Let me think. What else have we done? I always try to include the kids in any type of baking that I do. This year, I bought some cookie cutters, really large cookie cutters. So we're going to make pancakes with those cookie cutters. Yes. That's one thing. So every year I include the kids in the baking part of it, whether we're making cookies, we're making peppermint bark, we're making homemade pancakes, that kind of stuff. Whatever it is, the kids love to do that kind of stuff. They love to get their hands dirty and things. And since I was blessed with a really nice kitchen, why not take advantage of it? You can just clean it up right away. So we get into baking a lot. So we do that often. What else do we do? That's a tradition. I think those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head that involve the kids. Oh, and Mr. Man and I have our own tradition where since we started dating, we've always gone to New York City for the holidays. This year, we obviously skipped it a few years because of pregnancy, and I did not want to walk around with a big old belly and using the bathroom often. So I did not go those years, as well as the years where Rona was around, we did not go. This year, it'll be the first time all of us go together. We are going to go this year. It'll be the first time for our youngest, and it'll be the first time for our middle child to see it during Christmas season. We're also going to go with extended family, so it'll be a big to-do this year. So that's another tradition that Mr. Man and I have always done, and now that the kids are getting older and they can keep up, we do it with them. And we do it for the lights and the big Christmas tree and, the whole spectacular thing. It's not so much for the shopping or anything else. We just do it for that. So we're going to take like tour buses and take the kids around. It'll be a lot of fun for them because there's lights everywhere in New York City. Okay. So I think those are all the traditions that I can come up with that I know that we do. Let's see, what's another question? How are you? First and foremost, thank you for asking. I am doing okay. I'm doing well. I know I had mentioned to you guys that I have had some health concerns. As you're watching this video, my health concerns have been taken care of. Hopefully, I've already gone through a procedure that I needed to go through, and I've been doing a lot better after the procedure. I do have follow-ups coming up in January to see how everything is going, how successful it was, if that was the issue that I was having. As far as any other thing, the holidays are always hectic. I unfortunately have more of like a, how do I put this? There are people in our lives, Mr. Man, in our lives that are just a little bit extra. So during this time of year, it's very difficult and very frustrating, and what do you say? Like, it's just been a little bit harder because you got people that are just so, but we're doing the best we can. Let's just put it that way. I'm doing the best I can. I've always been an optimistic person, so I'm always looking at the glass half full kind of thing, and as long as my kids are okay, that's all that matters to me. So I'm doing as best as I possibly can, but thank you for asking. Next question. What is your favorite holiday smell? I love the smell of cinnamon. I genuinely love the smell of cinnamon. Anything cinnamony, I'm all for. Like apple cinnamon, cinnamon stick, cinnamon whatever. I love that. To me, that does remind me of the holiday season. It reminds me of winter. It just smells so good to me. I know, it's the weirdest thing, but that's like my favorite smell of the holidays. It's like cinnamon. Get those pine cones with the cinnamon. Get the little, candle warmers that are cinnamon. I'm all about the cinnamon. Give me any cinnamon. My sisters know that I love it. Mr. Man loves it. I just bought a candle with cinnamon on it again. We just love it. I do. It smells clean. It gets all the smells out of the house, and it just smells to me like the holiday season. Okay, question number 4. I am constantly getting this question, and I don't know why lately. Maybe because I've announced it, but I'm constantly getting this question, you guys. You will see it soon. How many eyeshadow palettes do you have? I've already mentioned in other videos that I am planning on sharing that collection with you guys soon. It's gonna take time because I have a lot. So just give me a minute. It's coming. I know I keep getting that question asked. I feel like more this year, this area of the year, and I don't know why. Maybe because other people are showing theirs. I don't know, but I'm getting it a lot. Guys, I already said it. I will be doing it. It's just give me moments. Give me moments. I'm trying to get through the holiday season. I have guests staying with us during the Christmas weekend. I am not filming at all that week. So I already promised you guys I'm aiming for January. I'm hoping I get it for January. I promised you guys. It's coming. Sometime it will be coming. You're not going to wait 3 months. I promise you. Unless something happens to me, it will be coming soon. Last question on Instagram. Favorite holiday red lipstick? Ooh, I love that. I honestly love MAC Ruby Woo is one of my favorites. I love what is it? Marc Jacobs Oh Miley. That one was a stunner. Absolutely love those. And I still have that one and I love it. I think those would be my top favorite. I just love how Ruby Woo reminds me of the holiday season. And I always wear it with like a kind of not a lip gloss, but something moisturizing on top so it won't be so drying, because it is a drying formula. So I know that can be a drying formula, but there are ways around it. Or put a chapstick under the lipstick. It helps a lot. So if I were to only pick one that's still available, it would be MAC Ruby Woo. And I have 2 of them because I was gifted one that was a special edition, and then I had the original one. I love Ruby Woo. Okay, so let's move on to what I got on, by the way, this is still going, on my community tab. So first question is, what, if any, project pans are you planning to participate in 2024? And do you do makeup if you know you are staying home all day or not filming? Okay, so the first half of that is I am actually going to do a video of all the project pans I will be doing and all the makeup that I will be doing. So yes, you will know what exactly I am going to be using or planning to do. My members already know. I already posted and got their opinions and thoughts on it. So I already know what project pans I will be doing for next year, and I will be doing a separate video on that, so I don't want to spoil that video in here, but it will be coming. It's one of the videos that I have already planned for you guys, so you guys know exactly what project pans I will be doing for 2024, and that will be posted hopefully this month. So I will be letting you guys know. I'll just let you know in a separate video. And then the second part of that question is, do you do makeup if you are staying home all day and not filming? Absolutely. Absolutely. Last year, 2022, right? Yeah. Last year was the first year I went back to work, and I only work part-time. But even before that, I've been a stay-at-home mom, and I always have worn makeup. Even if I'm just sitting at home and just walking to check the mail, and even if I don't leave my house at all, period, I do. It just is calming to me, relaxing to me. It's my time, either before the kids get up, or I would do it after the kids go to school, or before I run my errands, or whatever the case may be. Yes, I have always. It's just relaxing to me, and it allows me to test makeup out for you guys, longevity. I play around with certain formulas that I typically wouldn't play around with if I were to leave somewhere, because I don't want it to look a hot mess if it is going to be a hot mess when I leave the house. But it is, I use it to, you know, gauge what products I can use when and how. So that's how I know when eyeshadows last a long time, because if I'm sitting at home doing nothing and it fades, there's a problem. Okay, you guys, I'm going to do my brows because I hate filming, putting on my brows. So I'm going to put my brows, and I'll be right back. Hi friends! So while I'm doing my eyebrows, I wanted to pop in here real quick, to let you guys know that I had another amazing opportunity to work with Teddy Blake. This is not sponsored at all whatsoever, but they asked me if I wanted to try out another one of their handbags. Last year, I partnered with them. They sent a handbag over to me, and they gave me a coupon code for you guys to try out. And let me tell you guys, I've had my first purse for a year now, and I beat the crap out of it because I use it every day for work. I shove so much stuff in it, and I want to share with you guys the new one that I got this year so you guys can see. I'm not even joking, you guys. The quality of these purses are amazing. I've been blown away, and I'm so surprised at how well my bag has held up. So the brand that I'm talking about is Teddy Blake. They make everything by hand, you guys. It's made in Italy with the best Italian leather. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is well made. I have 3 kids. I am grabbing my handbag, throwing it in my car, bringing it to sporting events, bringing it to after school activities, bringing it to work where it doesn't have a place. I don't have a place to put my handbag. It goes on the floor or on a chair or on a table. Wherever I can find space, that's where my handbag goes. So this year, I wanted to try something different from last year. So this is the one that I chose for this. Look how beautiful this color is. You guys know my love for this shade. This is a Leo shade. And I decided to try out one that had actual handles because I'll show you the one that I chose last year. Last year, something a little bit different. This one has a handle that slides. See how these can slide? You can use it to be used one-handed, like to put it one-handed, or you can hold it both. And it is well made. I love that this little clutch area, you have 3 different holes depending on how much stuff you put in here. But look how big this is. And it is so, so beautiful. These little feet are golden, no pun intended on these, but it works so well for me, especially for somebody who just throws their handbag everywhere. So I wanted to share this one with you guys. I will put what it's called on the screen. They have different sizes, different colors, but obviously this is the one that attracted me. And I have been really loving it. So this one, you could put it in the first one if you don't have much, second or third, so it can open up more for you to be able to use it. I'm in love with this one. I have just recently changed to this one, you guys, because I beat the crap out of my old one. And I'm going to show you my old one just because I want you guys to see. So this is the one that I chose last year. Look at this, you guys. I am not even kidding you guys. Look how big. I have thrown a water bottle in here every single day. 2 large cosmetic bags that bring different things for me in here. I have the zipper that I have put things inside of, pens, my keys, things of that nature. This also brings like a little handle that I had on here. And then I had this whole other side of compartment where I would put folders in here, notebooks in here, books that I had that I was going to read during my break area. This is what I've been using all last year. And look, you guys, I have thrown this everywhere and it doesn't have a scratch. It doesn't have anything on here that looks like it was ran through the ringer. And I kid you not, I have put this through everything, you guys, and it's still holding its shape. It's still looking as beautiful as the first day I got it. So I'm very, very excited about this to go ahead and now use this one. This one is not the crocodile kind. This is a little bit softer and not as shiny as my green one. As you can see, I chose a different kind this time just to see how I like it. They also come with a dust bag, so you can keep yours secure and put away. So I will be putting my green one in the dust bag now that I am going to start using this one. So they kindly sent me a link for you guys. They're having a major sale right now. If you know anyone that would be interested, send them that link. Anybody that you would like to, somebody who's hard to shop for, that you want to have that one special piece from. They have all different kinds. If you did miss the sale, I will have a $30 off coupon for you guys. I get nothing for this, you guys. I don't get a kickback. It's not an affiliate link. This is all for you guys. And I really am a fan. Like at first I was a little bit skeptical, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, let me try it out. After having the green one for a year, I am just ecstatic to try this one out and see how well this one holds up, because I know that the green one has held up beautifully. And I've gotten so many compliments on that green one because it goes with anything. It goes with anything. So this one I know will go with anything. So I just wanted to pop in here to share that with you guys. Just browse. That helps me out tremendously. It allows me to show brands that I am talking to you guys about them, and even clicking on the link. Look around. Maybe you might want to get it for somebody special, or you know that somebody has the extra funds to be able to spend on a purse of any kind. So I do appreciate it, you guys. All right. I think I'm done my brows now, so back to the video. Okay, I'm back. Where was I? Okay, so next question. I don't know if many questions are very original or not, but I'll ask anyway, simply because I'm just nosy. Be nosy all you want. What are some of your favorite ways to celebrate during the holidays? I have already mentioned that with like family tradition stuff. So I already answered that question. What do you love most about the holiday season? I love the fact of the feeling of like togetherness and family. I love Christmas movies. I do. It doesn't matter how old I am. I still enjoy watching The Grinch. I know, it's weird. I still love watching the old cartoons from back in the day, even before my time. It's just, it feels like home. Like, and I love giving to people, giving back, that kind of stuff. So I do love that kind of aspect of it. Well, let me see. What do you love the least or even despise about the holidays? The commercialism of it. It drives me nuts that it's October and I'm already seeing Christmas stuff in the stores. It really does, because it just ruins the mood for me. It's just because by the time I'm ready to replenish things, buy things, it's already all gone. It's very frustrating. It shouldn't be rushed, and it shouldn't be a commercially thing. It should be something more than that, because it is something more than just Christmas and presents and that kind of stuff. So that bothers me a lot. It just really gets under my skin when I see that. What would be your ideal holiday celebration if you could solely be the one to call the shots about the activities? People getting along. I really wish that certain people would look at this holiday season and really see why we celebrated and get over certain things, be nice to each other, put things aside and just be there for those that you love and family. And unfortunately, that's not always the case. So I wish that would be something like that I could do, that I could change, but you know, you can't change certain people, unfortunately. All right, next question. What's the best thing about doing beauty YouTube, and what's the worst thing about it? One of the best things that I really do like is you get to meet really, really, really wonderful people on here. You get to meet, and I mean by like, obviously through the channel, because I don't think I've ever met anybody that YouTube, that makes any social media. I haven't met them in person ever. And it's just because my lifestyle is just, I have kids and I can't travel. I can't do all those kind of events. Never could. I never really cared for it because I was here for my kids. So, but I do love that aspect of it, that you have that togetherness. You have the same interest. And I have met really amazing friends. I've had friends here since like the beginning of my channel that I really admire and appreciate, and would love to meet them one day in person. I think that's one of the best things that I could. And some of you guys as viewers have become really close to me. I've known you. Even if you change your handle, I still know who you are because of the way that you've always spoken to me, and your relationship with me through comments. I've known who you are, and I really do appreciate that. What's the worst thing about it? The competitiveness of it, the commercialization of it. I feel like sometimes some people just, it's a rat race. I don't like that rat race aspect of it, because if you're not the first, you're not going to get the views. Like, I just can't keep up with that lifestyle. I've never been that hungry to do things like that and to put up a video just to be the first, or to not give a thorough review on things, or put a lot of thought into it because I had to be the first one. Because if not, I wouldn't get the most views. I don't like that at all. How do you handle criticism from viewers, even the kind that are not warranted or constructive? So this one is going to be a lengthy answer, because unfortunately, I have grown up, unfortunately, with a lot of verbal abuse from many adults. And unfortunately, in this day and age, I still get it. I still unfortunately get it. I still get the gaslighting. I still get the finger pointing, the accusations and things that I just can't understand. Certain adults from a certain generation that just can't stop. They have such bitter hearts and cold hearts to do things that they've done to me. So because I've had to deal with that kind of life, where I've gotten unwarranted, unsolicited opinions, I've gotten unwarranted comments, I've gotten side comments, I've gotten sarcastic comments, I've gotten cynicism, like people with it's sad to say, you guys, but the trolls that you hear about on the internet, unfortunately, I've had in real life. I've had people that leave those kind of comments on other people's channels and even my own, guys, I get that. I get it in real life, and it's so sad. Because for many years, I thought it was me. I thought it was my fault. I thought, what about if I do this, or I try this, or maybe I said something wrong. Maybe I presented myself the wrong way, or maybe I should be doing this or should doing that. And I've realized just in the last like maybe 2-3 years that it has never been about me. It's been about other people's insecurities, other people's jealousy and envy, other people's own demons that they're fighting, that they project it onto me. And I'm not saying that I'm sure there's other people like that, but I don't know why I attract people like this in my life. And unfortunately, all the people that I have attracted like this, it's sad to say, but it's been family. It's sad to say that it has been more family than it has been strangers. And just recently have I been able to get people to realize this without me even saying anything, because I've always been the type that when I get beat up, I just get up quietly and continue. I don't complain about it. I don't critique the person. I don't treat them any differently. I choose to forgive them each and every time that I am in front of them, to still continue to have a relationship with them, even though every day I'm like a punching bag. I have a target on me. It's never ending. It's never ending. And I realize it isn't me, it's them and their own skeletons that they have, that they don't want to accept. They don't want to fix or acknowledge. They're hurting, and then they hurt me. And it's even as bad as like just recently that again something happens and I am again the target. I am again being blamed for something I had nothing to do with. In the beginning, this happened to me when I was like a preteen, and it happened a ton. I was constantly being pointed at because of the way that I looked, because I was too skinny. How dare you be tall and thin? You must not eat. I've been targeted for everything. And then it went from certain family members to now a friend that I thought was my friend, and she was another verbal abuse. It just continued. The cycle continued because I didn't realize it, and I would allow it because I didn't know. I was so young, like I didn't have a lot of support growing up. I was basically raised myself. So I'm trying to maneuver life the best way that I could. And I'm so thankful for my grandmother, because I know that this isn't a religious channel. And the last time I spoke about anything to type with me reading the Bible and stuff, I lost so many subscribers. But it's the honest truth, you guys. If it wasn't for my faith, I don't think I'd be where I'm at. I'd probably be depressed, probably hurting myself, doing things that I shouldn't be doing, because the amount of verbal abuse I've gotten it's been bad, you guys. It's been bad to where if I did not have that, I don't think I'd be here where I am at today. So, it's just, now I'm thankful that I do have support from other family members. They have seen it. They have lived through it. They have realized, like, oh my gosh, you have been bottling this up for how long, and they've been doing this to you. Like, now people are seeing it, and the attacks have been harder because I'm standing up for myself now more. And I'm at a point where it's like, I'm willing to lose certain relationships for my own sake, for the sake of my family unit in this house. I shouldn't have to go through all of this because of other people's feelings or how they want me to be, and because I don't want to be like how they're telling me to be, all of a sudden it's a problem. So that's why I can handle criticism on the internet, because I've become immune to it, unfortunately, because I live it in real life, unfortunately. And it sucks, you guys. It really brings me down sometimes. Like, just thinking about it I want to tear up, but I'm trying not to. But it sucks. It really does suck. And I'm just grateful that those that finally see it without me complaining or whining or constantly pointing the finger. It's their fault. They're the ones, they finally see it. And I'm getting the support that I should have been getting for a long time that I haven't been, because I felt alone for a really, really long time. So you can throw whatever you want on the internet to me. I think I've already heard it. I think I've already lived through it, all of the nastiness. So to me, I'm immune to it. This is probably why I've been able to survive as long as I have on YouTube, because it just doesn't get to me anymore. I've heard it all, you guys. I felt it all, unfortunately. And I continue to, because there are adults that are far older than me that are still hurting, and they just take it out on me. And I'm sure they take it out on other people, but I'm like the one that gets targeted all the time because of who I am, because I'm always optimistic. And yes, they've been the ones to say, your optimism is annoying. Yes, I've even gotten that, you guys. So that's how I handle it on the internet. Do you ever feel left out of small beauty communities by creators or brands? In the beginning, yes, because in the beginning, I feel like there was no kind of system. There was no kind of like setup. Everyone found their clique. And if you weren't part of the clique, you weren't part of the clique. And I indirectly have been told that many times. Basically, you aren't part of the clique, so don't bother us. I would get ignored. I would get blocked just by asking simple questions. In the beginning, nobody wanted to share their secrets of how YouTube was done. I remember asking a few individuals, how do you do your thumbnails like that? They would ignore me. That hasn't happened recently. I feel like there has been a shift and a change in YouTube where people have become kinder. People have become more aware that we're all in it together. So it has shifted. It has shifted, and I feel like some people have had enough and they're wanting to change the system how it's been. So I feel like it's a little bit better now than it was when I first started. If you had to start your collection over entirely from scratch, would you take more of a minimalism approach, mindful approach, or maximalist approach? I would definitely do more of a mindful approach. I don't think I'll ever be a minimalist. I love variety. I love change. I love to switch it up every day. So I don't think that I would be a minimalist, but I don't think I would have the amount of makeup I would have now, because I already know my taste and I don't want to get rid of things just to get rid of things. So I think I do a more mindful. I would really think things through, and that's what I'm even trying to do now when it comes to certain things. I've learned a lot. Let me just tight line here. I've learned a lot. So if I would have started today, I wouldn't have as much as I have now. Do your kiddos show interest in what you do on social media? So I have kids that are 2 kids in elementary, 1 kid in high school. Believe it or not, my high school kid doesn't even have any social media. She's probably singled out, but she's not that type of kid either. I shouldn't say just me, Mr. Man and I have been really good at being involved in our kids' lives, explaining things to them, having talks with them, encouraging them, letting them know that what their worth is, so they don't need to go on social media to find that. We explained to her, on all 3 of them, how social media can affect you, and this is why we do what we do. And I am honest and blunt with them, and I tell them, I know one day you're going to have it, but I want you to be mature enough and adult enough to be able to handle it, so then you don't fall down a trap, fall down some sort of rabbit hole that you shouldn't be, because you have parents that are here to support you. And we always have an open conversation with our kids. We are very, very involved. Like I intentionally be nosy and ask questions about my kids' day at school. So then when they come home, they just blurt things out for their day. So then I don't have to ask. And I've gotten that relationship with my kids. Like it's funny because my kids are not afraid to give us hugs in public. My high school kid will give me a hug and Mr. Man a hug and her siblings a hug in front of anybody in her school. She is not afraid. She's not ashamed. So we have always encouraged a good relationship because I didn't have that. I can't speak for Mr. Man, but I know that I did not. So I wanted something different for my kids. I wanted my kids to love each other. I wanted my kids to be able to support each other, because at the end of the day, the longest relationship you will have is with your siblings. You're with them since birth until the end, because your parents how the rule goes, your parents pass away before you, you know, your friends, you're not there always. It's your siblings. So we always made it a point to our kids that they should always be encouraging and loving to one another. And so they haven't really, they think it's funny whenever like I vlog and they're like, ooh, you know what I mean? Because it's like not a normal thing. But none of them have ever said, ooh, mom, I want to do like a whole video of you. And if they do want to do anything like that, we just do home videos. Like I let them grab my phone and record and take pictures. Mr. Man does the same thing. So then they don't feel like they can't do it at all. And it's like this whole thing like, oh no, you can't do it. But they are aware that it doesn't go on any social media. I don't post my kids on any social media. I haven't since day one, and that'll be it. I don't need that. I don't, with the lifestyle and the people that are already mean to me, I don't want to add that to my kids. And other question was, would you allow them to participate someday if they asked? I think that that's a decision they're going to have to make when they turn 18. I'm not making that decision for them. I don't want to put my kids in that position. Not only for the mean people, but there are so many ill-minded people out there that do disgusting things. And because of certain people that we know that have told us things about, it's just no. I would not. I would not put my kids on here unless like their faces are covered. Like I just don't. It isn't something that I've ever liked. And I'm talking, I've been here 11 years now. I just celebrated my 11th year on YouTube, and nope, can't do it, won't do it. I won't allow my kids to be on here. It's just such a cruel world. Why throw them in a firing pan? Like, let them live their lives. Let them be kids. I remember and appreciating not having social media in high school and in those moments because you don't want certain things documented forever. So I'm trying to let my kids just be kids. Be kids. Even if you're the singled out one, you'll appreciate it one day. I promise you. You won't die because you didn't have social media. It won't be haunting you for the rest of your life. And that's how I explain it to them. And I always tell them, like, if you could find me a reputable article stating social media is good for you and your age, you can have it. If not, you are gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna live. You're gonna have a wonderful life. Okay, so I'm gonna use today a mixture of these so you guys know I love a dark lip. So I'm letting you guys know what lips I'm using while I try to get at least one more question in here. Hi, thank you so much for all your hard work. You're very welcome. I appreciate that you appreciate it. My questions are, what made you get into makeup? I've always been a girly girl, a quiet girly girl, because my sister was a tomboy and me and her are only 10 months apart. So her and I hung out a lot. And those that she attracted were also tomboys. So I was like a closet lover of beauty things. I've always been into beauty stuff. And once again, this goes back to how I was raised. I had to raise myself. So I had no kind of confidence, no kind of encouragement. So I was lost. Like I loved it, but I was afraid to wear it. Like I was even afraid to wear chapstick because it brought too much attention to my lips. All the verbal abuse mentally affected me because I didn't want to be center of attention. I didn't want any more attention drawn to me because I was already being attacked verbally and emotionally by the words that were said to me as a kid, as a teenager, that I didn't want any more attention put on myself. So even putting on chapstick, I would put it on and I would love how it looked on me. But I was like, oh no, my lips are too shiny. I got to take it off. I kid you not. I couldn't do it until I became a mother. That's when I really full force and I'm like, you know what? I really love this. And Mr. Man has always been supportive. He's like one of the first people that has always supported me in any decision that I've done. You want to be a stay-at-home mom? Yes. You want to raise our kids? Yes. You want to do this? Okay. I remember him buying my first vanity desk. Like he helped me out. So I think around like when I first had my oldest is when I really got into it, where I didn't care what anybody else thought and just did it because I had his support. How did you get such a big collection? I couldn't even say that. On YouTube. I started in the era of when YouTube first started, and it had just become like a money thing that I didn't even know was a money thing, and social media and stuff. So that's why I fell into the hype of everything, basically. And that's how I ended up with such a big collection. If I would have started now, I don't think I would have such a big collection. I would be a lot more mindful and know what I like, what I don't like, and not spend so much money on it. What was the other part of that question? Are you excited about your daughter getting into makeup, or are you apprehensive? Because I have such a good relationship with my kids, and not just her, all of my kids, they know their limits. They are aware of their limits. I love that I think the one thing that I love about my daughter loving makeup is that she can express herself and feel good about herself because of the way we raised her, and she feels confident enough to put on makeup. She is not the type of kid that like full glam. No, she loves blush, she loves eyeshadow, and she loves anything sparkly and glittery. So those are her three things, and she loves mascara. We first started out with her and mascara and clear lip gloss. That's all she was allowed to do for a while. And as she's gotten older, we've allowed her to have eyeshadow of different colors, glitter. She still only wears lip gloss. And I have given her blushes, but it's been very muted, soft blushes. Nothing vibrant in your face. And that's all she wears. She doesn't wear full glam. She tells me all the time she doesn't like false lashes. She doesn't like bold lip colors. She's not into that kind of stuff. She just likes a soft eye. Sometimes she goes bold on her eyes. Mascara, and loves a glittery inner corner highlight. She loves a glittery inner corner highlight. Loves shadow sticks because they're soft on her eyes. Like they're not so in your face. So she does. And I love the fact that she's confident enough to wear it. And yes, you know, in high school, it doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna get made fun of. And she has come home and told me, this girl said this about me. And I always remind her, like, they're the ones that are jealous and envious that you are confident enough to wear what you're wearing. I don't see anything wrong with it. I said, and they're only saying those things because they wish they could, and they lack the confidence to do it. So they just want you to feel uncomfortable in the way you look. So then that way you will stop wearing it. I said, and you do you, boo. I always tell her, I'm like, as long as you're following our rules and what we've placed for you, and you're okay with it, and you feel beautiful, that's all that matters. She doesn't dye her hair. She knows she's not gonna, like, I allow her to paint her nails. She knows no red nail polish. It's too grown-up-y for her. So she knows, and we let her express herself, obviously in a modest way. We don't obviously let her wear like black eyeliner all over the place and black lipstick. Like, that's not her style anyway. So yeah, we let her, and she loves it. And I do enjoy that she feels good about it. And even if she doesn't wear makeup, she still feels pretty. So it's not like she needs it in order to feel good. She knows that she's beautiful no matter what. I know my hair looks like a hot mess now that I took those out. Let me see. How long have I been talking? Did I answer all the questions? I think I have 2 more questions. So I might as well answer them for you guys while I'm finishing up here. Look at that white hair sticking up. You got to be kidding me. I know some of you guys are probably yelling, don't pull it. Listen, Linda, I had to. It was sticking out. Okay. All right. So 2 more questions, and then I'm out of your way. What eyeshadow brands you still like to try and ones you're not interested in? I would absolutely love to try Blend Bunny. That's one brand that I would really like to try. Brands that I don't care for to try, I feel like there's so many indie brands now, and I just can't keep up. I don't care to try the ones that are like the quick buck kind of thing. I want to try the ones that have the good reputation. I think that's what it is. There's no specific brand that I don't want to try, because I'm really not keeping up with the indie brands that are out now. It's just too many. Just way too many. I feel like it's overdone already. Like, there's no exclusivity with it anymore, or that excitement of it. And the indie brands that I've tried, I'm okay with. I'd rather support them than constantly trying new ones out. And the last question, are you buying a mystery box this year? Why not? For where, if yes? I always buy the Beautylish one. And I mentioned last year that I've been doing, this will be my 6th year, I believe. So I'm doing the extra large bag. So every 5 years or so, I'll do the extra large bag. So this year I will be buying the Beautylish bag because that has been traditional on this channel. And I will be doing the extra large bag this year. So I've already saved up for it. That'll be my final and last purchase of 2023. I haven't purchased much this month. Actually, to be honest with you, I haven't bought any makeup this month. So that'll be the one thing that I will gift to myself this year. As far as other mystery boxes, I don't know. I'm afraid to buy another indie brand because the 2 indie brand ones that I've tried mystery boxes for, they just don't know how to do a mystery box. It's like they just throw in their old decrepit makeup that they had in a box. And I know most of you guys are like, that's what all mystery boxes are. No, Sydney Grace has amazing mystery boxes, amazing mystery bags. I've never been disappointed by a Sydney Grace one, and I've done it every year. And this year they came out with one with all brand new stuff. Like, people need to take notes. They need to take notes because they do it so well. And Beautylish, it's a hit or miss, but I do appreciate most of the stuff I get in there. So that's where that is, you guys. All right. That's all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and submitting these questions. I wouldn't be able to do this video if you guys didn't submit the questions. So I do appreciate it. I think I got everyone's question. If I didn't, let me know because I apologize. I really think I got everyone. I think I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed my answers. I hope you guys like the look. I'm excited about the look. My hair is not to my liking today, but it is what it is, you guys. It is what it is. I do like it, and I did use some of those shiny things. I didn't expect to get this kind of look from the Divine Rose. I'm actually excited about it. I like it. I like it. All right, guys. That's all that I have. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys in another video coming up. Until then.